The Red Sox are probably a no. The Yankees, for me at least, probably a no. I think there's almost always a way teams can work something out, but in all likelihood, I think the Yankees are a no. The Toronto Blue Jays have turned out to be, for me, the best possibility. Their outfielders have just been okay as a whole. Hernandez has been good. Teoscar Hernandez. Randall Grichuk has been good enough. Gurriel is rolling out a 78 WRC plus thanks to minimal power and a 274 on base percentage. The key for the Jays here is George Springer, who's been out all but 4 games, and there's no current timeline for his return. But I'm not sure how motivated Toronto is going to be to add Haniger for a couple of reasons. One, because, again, they might get Springer back pretty quickly, and he's obviously their $150 million guy, and he's good, and when he's rolling, he's actually better than Haniger. And they're almost the same age. I think Haniger's a little bit younger. There are ways this can work, though, and it moves Grichuk to more of a strong rotational role than an everyday one, which is actually better for him long-term. And Haniger can be used at DH as well. I like the fit in general, and I have a few ideas for this trade here. They're pretty much prospect-based. So, top prospect Nate Pearson, Austin Martin, certainly out. But how about a shortstop like Jordan Groshans? He is very interesting. He's a bigger shortstop, has a chance to stick, should develop enough power to move to third base if you want. He might be a poor man's Alex Bregman. The Jays may have designs on him being their third baseman of the future, but he's not going to help them this year and maybe not right away next season either. The Jays also have another middle infielder I like in Orelvis Martinez, who's probably a second baseman or even a third baseman, but should hit for average and has plus power potential. He's a little further away than Groshans, but is a good player. He's just 19 years old right now, and he's actually moving pretty quickly up the ladder. He hit in 2019. He's hitting well again here in 2021. I think the Jays have the depth pieces to get Haniger. I like the fit here. I think something could get done if both sides are motivated enough to do it this summer. Again, I think the Yankees are interesting, but I have another idea that involves the Jays. The Jays also are not getting anything offensively from third base. Kevin Biggio hasn't hit. Third base market is barren. The Blue Jays have a legitimate chance to contend all year. What if Kyle Seager and Mitch Haniger were shipped to the Jays? Even if Seattle had to throw in a bit of cash to offset the player option Seager would have after the season, Seager isn't tearing it up, but the Jays don't have another internal option. And there aren't going to be a lot of third basemen out there available. Their internal options right now, 75 WRC plus at third base this year. Seager's is 32% better. And it gives them some lefty production in an otherwise very, very right-handed lineup. Their bats, all righties, including Springer, Grichuk, Semien, Bichette, Guerrero Jr., Hernandez, all right-handed. And if Orelvis Martinez is too much, how about Groshans and second base prospect Miguel Geraldo? Groshans, Geraldo, throw in Biggio since you're not going to need him. And how about like a long-term pitcher that's way down in your prospect rankings like a Nick Frasso, for example, for Haniger, Seager, and some option cash. I'd even toss in a hot reliever like a Drew Steckenrider, provided he returns from the IL and pitches as he was prior to the IL stint. Toronto gets stability and increased production at third base for the rest of 2021 and all of 2022, and same from Haniger in the outfield. It strengthens their outfield, third base, as well as their bench, and adds an arm for the middle innings. It's doable. It's doable. There are a few more possibilities for corner outfielders out there that I didn't expect. I didn't expect the Braves to necessarily be a legitimate option. I didn't expect the White Sox to, but injuries is a big part of this. But some due to non-performance, because if you look at Toronto, if Gurriel was hitting like Toronto hoped, this wouldn't be a discussion. It wouldn't even be a remote possibility. And if he doesn't turn it around, and if Springer continues to struggle to get back on the field, this could easily work. If Springer's injury just continues to linger, the Blue Jays are going to need a guy instead of just want a guy. And like I said a minute ago, most trades, they all have potential snags. Reason why one or both teams ultimately wouldn't do it. And this one is no different. But it's an interesting fit that wasn't there over the winter or even in April. And the opportunity to make it a combo and get another piece back might actually be there too.